Okay, today we're going to be taking a look at the Google Sheets app on mobile. I'm going to be using an iPhone for this video and showing you some of the features. You can use this for Android as well. So to get started, you're going to open up your Google Sheets app. If you haven't signed in, just sign in with your normal Gmail account. And then you're going to click the little plus sign at the very bottom, click New Spreadsheet, click the little pencil icon, and you're going to start your new spreadsheet. So we're just going to call this one blank. Hit create, and then it's going to open up your blank spreadsheet. So the first thing I want to cover is some of the cells, and the cells are these little rectangles right here. And the other part that you're going to be needing to know that I'm going to be referencing is columns. So columns are these right here, and then you're going to have your rows, which are along the sides, the 1, 2, 3, 4. Very simple, easy stuff. So to get started, you're probably going to want to build a spreadsheet for a certain reason. I would recommend going back and then clicking the plus sign and then choosing a template if you have a specific thing that you're trying to do. There's calendars, schedules, wedding planners, pros and con lists, things like that. To-do list. This video is on my to-do list, so we can all relate to to-do lists. They're very, they make a lot of sense to use. They're very easy to do. And there's a lot of complicated things in the background that are happening that would be harder to make on your own. So it's a great starting point for people who are kind of a novice or even intermediate people, intermediate skill level. It just makes things a lot easier. So I'm going to back out of this and go back to where we just were, the blank. And I'm going to go ahead and get started on my own one because I'm just showing a couple of examples. I'm not trying to build anything in particular. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to put some information in. So despite being numbers or text, you're going to do it the same way. You're going to click the little square that you want to type in and then click touch the pencil icon. And then you're going to type what you want. Wow, this video deserves a like. Okay, so you see this right here, it's a little bit longer outside of what I want it to be. It's kind of running into column B. So this is a problem. I don't want it to, and I want to be able to make it so it's not. The way you do this is you select on the cell that it starts in, and you know it's in this cell because it brings it up at the bottom. And then you're going to go to the very top of the screen and click the little A. The A is going to take you to a bunch of different options within the settings for that cell. So you can bold the text, italicize the text, underline, strike through. You can do all the things through here. You can align the text in the middle, on the left, things like that. Size, text color. You can change the font, the rotation, which makes it go vertical, which is something we probably aren't going to use. And then if you go to the cell, it's going to be the settings for that cell. So whatever text you put in there is not going to change these settings. And the settings can be fill with colors, so you can make it yellow. You can do all kinds of interesting things. Border, which is going to put a little rectangle or a black border or whatever color that you would like. You can change the style, if it's a dotted line, things like that, all around that cell. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to wrap the text. So when we select this, it's going to make that row wider and pull that text together, pull it down. So that's really what we want. There's also a thing called merge cells. And if we do that, nothing's going to happen when we click it because we have to select multiple cells. So for instance, if I click out of this and then I select this cell and I drag the little blue icon or the little blue dot on the corner. So now we're selecting 3 cells. If I go back to the A and I go down to merge cells, it's going to merge them all together. But as you can see, it's really off to the left, which doesn't make any sense. So you can turn off the wrap text, turn it back on. Sometimes that will fix it. Otherwise, you go to your text, and then you're going to do align it in the middle. And that's going to pull it toward the middle. So there we go. And then we're going to tap out of this, zoom out. Okay, we're looking pretty good. It's a good start. If you want to move this whole section and you want to move it over, you just tap it once, hold it, just like an app on your home screen, and then drag it where you want it to go. Drag it where you want it to go. Okay, it doesn't look like it's working. Sometimes when you have it merged together, it doesn't like doing that. So what you can do, you can also just cut, and then you can tap it somewhere else and paste it, and then that's going to move it in that direction too. If you're doing merge cells, it gets a little finicky and doesn't like moving it too much. Individual cells, it's usually no problem. Okay, so we've gone through a lot of the major features of putting information into the sheet. A little bit more information, going back to where we just were, tapping the A. You can change the color of the text. We did a little bit of that. And then you can also go to the cell and change the color with that. Borders, we talked a little bit about that, just to briefly go over it more. If you have multiple cells, you can do crosses in between cells. And often, or if you're selecting a large area, it will put grid lines in between that. Or if you're just trying to do maybe a total amount, you might just want one line at the bottom and then doing like a total line at the bottom there. So that's going to look like that. So cool little thing there. So the next thing I want to look at is putting some numbers in here. So I'm going to tap on 12B and then type the little pencil icon and then go to the numbers on the top right. And it's going to give me access to kind of like the accounting side of sheets. So I'm going to start with 1 and then click the check mark and then go to the next cell, click the pencil, click 2, go to the next cell, click 3, click the check mark. Okay, so as you can see, that can take a long time if you're doing a lot of those. So a quick way to get around doing just one after another, after another, after another, you can select a portion of a pattern. So I would say 1, 2, 3 is a pattern. And what you can do is you can select, say 10 more after that. And then tap the blue area and then click Autofill. And then that's going to give you the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you don't have to type that all in, which is really handy in a lot of situations when you're doing dates and things like that. Or if you're counting quantity, or if you're putting in SKU numbers or something like that, it's going to be really helpful for that as well. Another cool thing that you can do with this, so say if we want to select all this again, you tap the first one and then drag the little blue dot. I got to zoom in because my fingers are too big, I guess, and I messed it up. So I'm going to go back actually. The top left arrow is going to do an undo button, which I love to use. Put in the comments if you ever have to use the undo button, because I have to use it all the time. So I'm selecting the numbers, and at the bottom it's going to say sum, average, max, and then you can scroll through minimum, count, 12, all these things. And then the FX is going to be in blue. It's going to be highlighted. So it's a little like, what is that? So one of the cool features of Excel and Sheets is you can put formulas into this. It's going to automatically subtract, automatically average things, automatically add them all up, things like that. That's one reason why people love to use Sheets. So if you click sum, it's going to put a new cell at the very bottom, or a new number at the cell at the end of this list. And then that's going to be adding up all the ones that we have checked out before. And the formula for that is right here, but Google Sheets automatically does it for you when you select an amount of numbers and then click a function at the bottom. It automatically does that for you, which is really handy. So the next thing I wanted to take a look at is, what if you want to share this document with someone? So we're going to back out of this. So we're going to press the check mark, and we have sheet 1. Okay, and we can go down here and we can make another sheet, sheet 2. Okay, great. And if we want to hide this, say this has, say, secret info. Okay, great. And if we want to share it with somebody, but we don't want them to see this information really, but we need it in the document, what we can do is we can tap Sheet 2, and then we can click Hide. And then when we send it to somebody, they're not going to be able to see that. Just the original creator. Now, say if we're going to share this with somebody, there's multiple different ways we can do it. One thing cool about Google Sheets is that you can edit the document at the same time. So I can be editing numbers on this cell, and you can be editing numbers on another cell, and we can work in it together, and it's really nice. Some people can edit things, some people can only view things, and other people can only comment things. So the way you share this with people is you click the little person icon with the plus on it, and then you can add people to this group, and then you can manage their access with this over here. So restriction access, people with the link, they can open it, things like that. So when you type in your information, then you're going to be able to put a permission on that person if they can comment and view and things like that. So for instance, I'm going to put a comment on this video or on this sheet. On the top right, you see a little comment icon. There's no comments. And if you share it with people, they can comment, so they'll put comments on it. If I want to comment on something, I tap something, tap a cell, hold it down, go over, and then click comment. Hey, I like this. Okay, so, and then when you tap that, you can click view comment, and you can see who's commented on this. If you have multiple comments on a sheet, I'm subscribed, then you can tap the comments again, hit view comment, and then you can scroll through them with the little arrows at the top. So you can see all the comments. And then you can reply to those comments at the bottom. Great. Okay, then you're done. So we can X out of that, comment resolved. So usually people are going to comment when things are a problem. Okay, so the other way you can share this, there's some other options over here. You can share an export, so you can print it, send it as a copy the link, manage access is what we were talking about earlier, with the view and the permissions and sharing and things like that. You can enter people's Gmail account and they'll have access to the account when you click share. Just type in their Gmail account. So going back to this, you can star the file, which we can talk about in a little bit. You can add the details to the file, showing exactly who made changes to it, where is it located, the size of it, the name, all that sort of thing. If you're trying to find something within this document, you can type whatever that is, hit search, and then it's going to say one match or however many matches it is, and it's going to take you to that cell right here. And say that you made a mistake over and over again. So say if you have, like if you misspelled Becky, and it needs to be something else. Let's see, Becky, and then hit the little 3 dots, go to find and replace. You can find Becky, hit search, you have 2 matches. And then if we want to replace Becky's name with the correct spelling, with an I, crazy, then you click replace, and then you click replace again, and that will continue to replace however many that you're doing, or you can click all, whichever one you want to do. So you exit out of that, and that's going to be how you search your document. So you can create a filter. It's a little bit more complex for this video. I'll have a more advanced video in the future to be able to watch that. But we're going to just follow up with 1 or 2 more little items before we wrap it up here. And that's going to be to print. So if you're going to print it, it's going to say downloading to print, all those other things. I would recommend going to your preset, choosing black and white or whatever. If you have lots of colors, make sure you're doing that. Paper size is going to be letter pretty much always. print in color, things like that, quality, layout, one per sheet. You can flip it horizontally. Don't recommend doing that. But there's a couple options in here. So just to show you what that's about. Also, if you're trying to unhide that sheet, I almost forgot I was wanting to include this, is click the little hamburger at the bottom and then click sheet 2, and that's going to open up sheet 2. If you need to reorganize the order of your sheets, you can just hold it down and drag. And that's going to be with pretty much anything. If you want to move it, hold it down and drag it. Very simple. One other feature I didn't include yet that I wanted to is once you select a cell, at the bottom right hand corner, you can click these left and right things, and this is going to be add a column and add a row. So as you can see, when I hit the one on the right, it's going to expand. It's going to add a column in between. I'm going to hit back, and then you can add more rows at the bottom. So if you want to delete a row or add a row, you go over to your rows section. If you want to delete a couple rows in between here, you can pull them out, and then, then you can pull them out, and then you're going to have less rows in between here. But if you want to just delete a row, often you can just tap within the blue. Once you tap the number on the left, tap within the blue, and then go over, and you can hit delete row. Same thing with columns. Tap the column, tap the blue in the middle, and then delete column. Pretty simple. So there is maybe a couple little things that I want to include, just an extra little feature with the organization wise. And you can tap the little rectangle up here to kind of display different ways of your stuff. You can go to your folders, see what's shared with you, starred, my drive, that's your Google Drive, and things like that. You can go over to the side, you can look at things you put in your trash, and then if you want to have anything offline, you can hit the little ... on the document, and you can add it to shared. You can also remove offline access, and then you can also send it easily with copying the link. People can view it quickly. You can print it quickly. All the things. There's lots of organizational stuff directly from this menu. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you really enjoyed it and you would like to see more, make sure you subscribe to have more tech videos. Alrighty, have a great day.